President Trump has drawn a line in the sand. On February 5, 2025, he signed an executive order. This order bans transgender athletes from women's sports. It affects schools receiving federal funds. This includes the 2028 Olympics. The order has ignited a firestorm. It has divided a nation already grappling with deep divisions. Supporters praise the move. They say it protects fairness in women's sports. Opponents decry it. They call it discriminatory and harmful. This is a story about courage and conviction. It's about the fight for equality in a world still struggling to understand. This executive order has sent shockwaves through the country. It impacts transgender athletes. It also impacts the institutions that support them. Schools face a difficult choice. They must comply with the order or lose federal funding. The Olympics, a symbol of global unity, are now caught in the crossfire. The world watches as America grapples with this complex issue. This is not just about sports, this is about fundamental human rights. Supporters of the ban argue for fairness. They believe transgender women have an unfair advantage. They point to biological differences between men and women. They say these differences give transgender women an edge in strength and endurance. They argue that allowing transgender women to compete in women's sports undermines the very foundation of these competitions. They believe separate but equal is the only way to ensure fairness for all. For them, this is about protecting the integrity of women's sports. They see a long and hard-fought battle for recognition and equality. They fear this progress will be erased if transgender women are allowed to compete without restriction. They believe the playing field must be level. They believe this order is the way to achieve that. Opponents of the ban see it differently. They see discrimination plain and simple. They argue that transgender women are women. They deserve the same rights and opportunities. They say that denying them the right to compete in women's sports is a form of exclusion. It is harmful and unjust. They point to the mental and emotional toll this ban will take on transgender youth. They argue that the supposed advantage of transgender women is a myth. They say there is no scientific consensus on this issue. They point to the many factors that contribute to athletic success, such as training, dedication, and skill. They believe this ban is based on fear and misunderstanding. They vow to fight it in the courts and on the streets. The debate rages on. It is a complex issue with no easy answers. Legal challenges are already underway. The outcome of these challenges remains uncertain. What is certain is that this issue will continue to divide. It will force us to confront fundamental questions about gender, identity, and fairness. It will test our commitment to equality and our capacity for empathy. The world is watching. The decisions we make today will have lasting consequences.